Like a boomerang, I'm back with another video. Welcome to my world. It's Wood. It's been a crazy week, sad week. I know a lot's probably going on in a lot of people's minds right now, especially the families. I can't even imagine how they feel. It hasn't even been... I'm speechless. I'm really speechless. If you don't know already, there was a school shooting that happened on May 25th, Wednesday, around 11:32 a.m. in Texas. I don't know how to pronounce the town. I'm going to talk about what happened Wednesday. I'm going to talk about, I guess, what led up to it. I'm also going to put my views on what America needs to do. And yeah, I just have a lot of words. I'm speechless, but I'm not speechless. But if you can't tell, I'm sick. Like, I don't even have makeup on. I'm sweating, but the show must go on because I could not talk about this because this is, it's beyond. Let's just get into the video. If you haven't heard, like I said, this kid, because he basically was a kid, just turned 18. His name is Salvador Ramos. He is an 18-year-old who went up into Robb Elementary School and shot to death at least 21 to 22 people, and there's many children that are in critical condition right now. And I believe a 45-year-old man that was grazed during the shooting is also in critical condition. I think also Salvador Ramos, the shooter, I believe his grandmother is also in the ICU as well because he shot her a day before the school shooting happened. So Tuesday, March 24th, Mr. Salvador shot his grandmother after he had purchased 2 AR platform rifles and 365 rounds of ammo around May 17th through May 20th. A few days later, Ramos fled the scene after he shot his grandmother, according to the police. And the next day, this man is cited come Wednesday, May 25th. After crashing the car, he's walking basically to the elementary school, and somebody had peeped that, took pictures of it. Here's some of the pictures right here, and they end up calling the cops, which was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do. If you see anything weird, off, suspicious, creepy, odd, call it in. Call it in, no matter how small, how insignificant you think it is. You never know. Also, a couple days, I don't know if it was a day later or that day, Salvador tagged this young girl that he went to school with or that he knew or whatever. He tagged her in a picture of guns and had the audacity to be like, I got a little secret I want to tell you. And then goes on about, be grateful that I told you. And of course, this freaked the girl out. And she's like, what the hell? And I guess she just didn't think anything of it because creepy people text people all the time through DMs, through spam, all that. I highly, 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 highly doubt that she knew that this was going to happen after he sent those messages to her. Mind-blowing, honestly. It's just creepy. Yeah, Salvador Ramos, he has his social media, obviously, the Instagram that he tagged the girl in the pictures with. He also has a TikTok with like 200 followers. And tell me why his bio says, kids be scared, RIL. Basically, kids be scared in real life. And it's like, the fact that he did this, it just makes my stomach turn. It makes me sick to my stomach. Like I said, after the person had called in 911 after seeing, he's walking towards the elementary school with the guns after crashing the truck. And apparently Ramos got in. I don't really know the in-betweens on how he got in because, like, it's an elementary school. You'd think that there would be more safety precautions, doors locked, buzzers, all that. But Salvador got in, barricaded himself into the closest room that he gained easy access to, and fired off onto the children and adults that was in the class. I remember being in school, being in elementary school, being in high school, being in middle school, and doing the procedures and us hiding in the corner, being away from the glass. Like, people used to take that shit as a joke, and that's real life. Like, that's reality for a lot of people, a lot of kids. And picture the kids that did survive, the kids that are in critical condition right now. Like, I would be scared to go to school. I'm scared to go to the grocery store. I'm scared being black. Like, now we gotta be scared to be a kid? It's beyond. Salvador, he killed at least 21 to 22 people. 18 of those are children between the ages of 7 to 11. Three adults, 3 faculty, teachers, trying to protect their kids. That's what we mean. That's what we mean by protect and serve. That's the true definition of protect and serve, is what these teachers did. It's beyond sad. It's sickening. It's heartbreaking, heart-shattering, very heart-shattering. My questions is the motive. What was his motive out of all this? Like, apparently, Salvador Ramos, he just quit his job 2 weeks prior to doing this, working at Wendy's. People basically said he was a loner, didn't have really a lot of friends, stayed out the way. But also, like, once the pandemic hit, he kind of, like, kept to himself even more, basically, like, distanced himself even more. But it's like, that doesn't surprise me, because when the pandemic first hit, everybody was shook. Everybody was crying. Everybody felt abandonment, lonely, sad, scared. People were killing themselves because they didn't want to spread it to their family or friends or lovers. That's how crazy it was. And it still is now. But cops are saying that he had no priors, like no criminal background, nothing like that, no medical history, no mental medical history of any kind. But something had to, something had to flick. Something had to go off in his head to be like, this is what I'm gonna do. What was the motive? Why? And these families are asking the same thing. Why my child? Why mine? Why mine? Like, did Salvador go to that elementary school? Does he know anybody that goes to the elementary school? What was roaming in his mind whenever he tagged the girl with the guns? What was the point? Like, we already were scared. People that's actually dealing with this shit day by day, we're scared. We don't have money to protect us behind mansions and security and all that. We're all literally fending for ourselves. Especially after this grocery store shooting that just happened a couple weeks ago. This situation, this shooting literally puts the icing on the cake. Like, makes me think, did Salvador have some type of trauma happen at the elementary school? Like, with the faculty, with anybody, like principal, janitor, anybody? Like, is that why he targeted that school specifically? There's so many questions I can ask, that the family can ask, that they want answers to, but there's just going to be loose ends and unknown answers because he's dead. He turned the gun on himself after he did what he did. After he did his actions, he turned the gun on himself, and we'll never know. We might have an idea, but we'll never fully know. And that's speechless. It makes you not want to have kids. It makes you scared to have kids. It makes you scared, if you do have kids, do I even want to put my kids in public school? Some people do. Majority of people do not even have the options, don't have the money, don't have the time, don't have the mentor, don't have a lot of resources, necessities to be like, my kid is going to be homeschooled. It can't be that easy, So it's like, what needs to be done? We all know what needs to be done. Like, everybody should know what needs to be done. Feels like, once again, just thoughts and prayers being said, and no active policy in change in America. There's no action. It's just talk, talk, talk. It's just, oh, our thoughts and prayers are with them. That's not going to bring their kid back. That's not going to make them feel at ease. Like, how many times are we going to keep saying this over and over and over and over and over again? How many parents are going to have to hear this? How many sisters, brothers, uncles, aunties, grandmothers, grandfathers? How many of us are going to have to keep hearing this while y'all are steadily passing gun laws? Make it make sense. And if y'all don't know, like, about the Second Amendment, about the NRA, I'm gonna try to explain as much as I can. The National Rifle Association was founded in 1871 through 2 Civil War veterans, and literally till this day, the NRA is the most powerful special interest group in America. Literally in 2020, their budget was $250 million. Million. Let me repeat that. Million. You know how much money that could change America? America's schools, teachers' salaries, school computers, updated textbooks. But we're spending on guns. From my research, there are at least 40 states that have a provision that protects people the right to own and bear a firearm. Basically, the Second Amendment, which here is the Second Amendment. But here, I can't go through the whole list of 40 states, but here are the states that I know of that don't have this law enforced. Specifically is California, Minnesota, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, and Iowa. That's literally a sprinkle states that are saying mm-mm. And I'm surprised that Cali isn't one of the states, one of the 40, to be honest with you. Like, they pass anything. So yeah, it really makes you think, what's really the agenda? Y'all say, when I mean by y'all, America, the president, Congress, whoever that's authority, all of them say that they care about the people. They want to protect the people. There is no us if we don't have them. But y'all don't care. If America really cared, we would really be putting our eyes on these gun laws instead of worrying about the next vagina. The next person about to have a baby or doesn't want their baby. Like, when you think about it, America's fighting for this whole pro-life thing, and y'all don't even care about the lives that are here. Literally, the lives that were taken Wednesday. All y'all can say is thoughts and prayers, and then carry on to the next thing that's going to happen. The news is going to jump onto the next situation, the next celebrity. It's like it didn't even fucking happen. But it happened. It most definitely happened. And a reminder is those families. The fact that the U.S. is so worried and so fixated on controlling women's bodies, what women do if they don't want a baby. But y'all don't even care about the babies that's here. If you did, there would be some policy. There would be some change. Like, come on. How did he get in the elementary school? How? How many times? Like, there are over 2,000 school shootings since 1970. So imagine how much it is now in 2022. How many people have been shot in 2022? How many people have been shot through mass school shootings in 2022? Do your research. Let me know in the comments down below what your number is. But just with the over 2,000 from 1970 is mind-combobulating. Like, think about how this is the first one we've seen on the news, though. At least in Tennessee, this is the first time of me seeing a school shooting in 2022. But think about the school shootings that have happened in 2022 that we're unaware of. Food for thought. Like, how many school shootings has it been in 2022? And we're not even done with 2022. We're halfway there. We're literally at the halfway mark come June. The biggest question of all is like, when is America actually going to care? When is it actually going to matter to America? Not for 2 seconds, not for news cameras. When is it really going to matter to where things are being done? Some action is being put behind all this. Like, come on. Another thing that I can bring up, the fact that America doesn't even want to take the precaution of closing school at least a few days after these mass shootings, these school shootings happen, that goes to show that it's literally another day for them. It's like it never happened to them. Long as it wasn't their kids, the officials, the government, the mayors, the senators, the councilmen, the president, long as it's not their people, it's like, basically, that's how I feel. And I definitely feel like that's how the family feels.
Okay, it's confirmed. For the 40 minutes before the tactical team arrived, police officers either stood outside the school while the shooter went and slaughtered children, or they went in and rescued their own children, but would not allow family members to go in and save their own. So it wasn't just that they saved their own kids, it's that they blocked family members from trying to save their kids. Like, here it is. Here it is. Pause to read. 40 minutes, kept the parents outside, went in and saved their own kids. How do we know?
We've heard that some law enforcement officers actually went into school to get their kids out. Can you talk about that?
Right, so what we do know, Vanessa, right now that there was some police officers, families trying to get their children out of the school because it was an active shooter situation.
Yes, family members were trying to get them out, but police officers blocked them from getting out. But no, the police officers went in and saved their own kids. Went in and saved.
You would just think, like, the states that close down school and stuff and make kids do virtual, like, if states can do that, why can't America as a whole say, we're shutting it down. Give us a couple more days. Y'all close school for anything else? I don't even know if they closed school for the county that this situation happened in Texas. Like, I would, as the mayor, I would close school down for that county or the counties around it as well. Because it's like, this shit, it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing for the parents, for the teachers, mainly the children. Kids come to school to learn, not to be scared. Another place to be scared at. America has the power. They have the power, just like they have the power to tell us that UFOs are here all of a sudden. Just like they have the power to force the Vaselines on us. Just like they have the power to bring martial law in. Come on, y'all have the power to actually put change in the world. Change policy, some type of structure, some type of justice. Like, just something. Instead of just every year, every couple months, our thoughts and prayers. When is enough gonna be enough? America has the money to invest in space tech, but doesn't have the money to put bulletproof glasses in any school, no matter the school, doesn't matter, college, whatever. More security, more pay for security, for teachers, for principals. But we have the money to give like $2.5 million to a damn NBA player that might play for 5 years. Like, make it make sense. Like, I can't do nothing but smile about that shit because it's a joke. It's a joke. It's really a joke. The joke's really on us because we still carry on day by day and not pushing anything. Something's got to push. Something's got to give. Like, we just can't keep dying and there's nothing being done. It's like we're just waiting for our turn. Really? I just really wanted to touch on this because I remember whenever I was in high school and there was a school shooting that happened. I don't remember if the school shooting happened whenever we were in school or if it was the day after or whatever, but I remember being on my phone and seeing a whole bunch of posts on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all my social media of the victims of all these people that died. And I'm like looking at them because I'm pretty sure they were in high school or middle school. I don't really remember. But whenever looking at it, I was like, that could have been me. Just like I'm in art class, plenty of them were in music, band. These elementary schools that just got their lives taken away were at a award show probably an hour or two before this. Their parents coming to see them get rewards and then tell them, I'm going to pick you up later. I'm going to pick you up after school. Some parents didn't even get to pick their child up. Can you even imagine that? I'm sorry, I'm sweating. Like, I'm telling you, I'm sick. But it just, that space tech money could be put into more cameras in the building and outside the building of these schools. There needs to be like alarms, like how banks have alarm, like the little alarm button under a desk. They need to have that. So the cops, whoever needs to be in contact with them quickly, ASAP, can be reported quickly like that. How banks have it, schools need to have it like that. Grocery stores, all that. They might have it, but it's not doing no damn good, obviously. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I don't think I would ever purchase a gun. If I do, it's to protect myself at this point. I mean, can I? Can I? It makes you sick to your stomach. Like, being a kid is scary. We already knew being a kid was scary, but, like, this world is scary. That's the thing. This world is scary. I don't know. Something has to give. Something has to change. Something has to be done. Something has to be said. Something has to be pushed. We can't just talk about it and share a post just for a day, just for 2 days, just for a week. We have to keep on doing it, just like we were doing the protests for George Floyd, the protests for Breonna Taylor. We got to do protests like that for this situation, for these mass shootings, for the abortion. They're taking our rights. They're taking everything from us and playing it off. It just makes me scared to live here. It makes me want to move to another country. It makes me want to move, period. But, like, anything can happen anywhere. That's what people fail to realize. Anything can happen anywhere. Anything can happen right now while I'm recording this video. Somebody can bust through the door right now. It happens like that. People go to church and don't come out church. The grocery store, school, your car. The list can go on. So that is why I say, when is it going to be enough? When is enough enough? That's my main question for today. When is enough enough? Let me know if I explained this as well as I can. Like, this is my first ever, like, I don't even know how to even explain this video. I don't even know how to explain the category of the video, but it was really sad doing my research about it, seeing the pictures of these little babies. They were literally babies, like, haven't even fully experienced life, the world, and this is what the world gives them, basically. It really makes you, as a person, as a child, as a parent, as a mom, as a sister, as a lover, cherish every single moment, every single second, and you never know what your last words are going to be to somebody. You never know what's your last. You never know. Nobody's promised tomorrow. That's why we have to be gracious and live it up today, in the moment, literally. My heart and soul literally goes out to the family, to the school. Because how are y'all going to start school off in August? I just want to give my condolences to anybody that has suffered through a family member, a lover that has been a victim of gun violence, just period. No matter if it was mass shooting, serial killer, whatever the case may be. I really want to give my condolences to anybody that has suffered through that pain and are still suffering to this day, because it never goes away. Just because, you lost somebody and everybody else is basically going day by day the next day. Life carries on. You never forget. You never forget. But it's crazy that life literally carries on still. It's beyond. Like, how do we even move forward? How do you really move forward? Do we really ever move forward? Or are we just kind of going with it because we're like, we have nothing else? I don't know. It makes me scared for my little sister. It makes me scared for my niece because both of them go to school. One in elementary school in the 4th grade. That hit home. One in high school. You never know when's your last. Literally. And I experienced that a couple weeks ago. I experienced that my senior year when my appendix ruptured. If I waited a day longer, I would have died. And my last words is, it's okay, I don't want to go to the hospital. Now imagine what the parents and children's last words were Wednesday of May 25th. Imagine their last words to each other. Now, is there going to be some change? Is it going to be enough now? Or does it have to happen in your family? You have a voice because now it's happened to you. No. We need to all have a voice together so we can all have a big voice that speaks for us and finally says, we need to put our foot down as citizens of the U.S. Most of all, actually genuine remorse, genuine apologies, genuine vibes all around. Like, when are we gonna ever really get that from America? Probably not while I'm here. Let's be honest, not while I'm here. But this is it for my video. There might be an update on this video because this incident is so fresh. Like, it literally just happened a few days ago. So there might be some more information, evidence onto this case, but I will definitely be on it. Definitely keep myself posted on the story. That I'm speechless, but obviously not speechless because I had some words to say, but I know you miss me. I just can't even give you that energy right now. But y'all, please just be good. Y'all love one another, hug each other, say what you gotta say, put it off your chest, because is it worth it? Is it worth being angry? Is it worth being sad your whole life? Is it worth being miserable? Is it worth you not having a voice? Like, your last could be now. So do it now. Stop waiting. Stop. Just do it now. Yeah, don't take life for granted. Don't take every second for granted. Don't take the people around you for granted. Yes, I know everything's not perfect right now. I know everything's not how you want it, but be glad you're here. I love you and I miss you guys so much. I hope that the next video is on a better note, but we will see. Hopefully I'm not sick in the next video, but I had to make a video on this because it just literally happened and I have so many views and opinions on it, and I just kind of had to put it out there. You'll be back in the next video. Y'all be on y'all best behavior, my miracle makers.
Yeah.